To be honest, I'm 66, never married, no kids. People say I'm obsessive, say I gave my life to basketball. Maybe they're right, but I never saw it as a sacrifice. I saw it as a choice. For over 30 years, I missed every big family moment. Weddings, birthdays, funerals. I wasn't there. There was a woman once, we got engaged when I was 30, 6 weeks before the wedding. I called it off. My mother was furious. I went back to the film room because I believed if I was going to be great, there couldn't be anything else. I believe in one thing, preparation, then execution. People laughed at us in New York, said we played like mules. We don't have a super team. We've got 5 warriors. We didn't reach the conference finals with talent. We got there with reps, with session. I don't coach to be liked. I coach to turn underdogs into killers. You ask if it's worth it? I've never had a traditional family, but I walk into that gym every day with my guys. I'm just fighting the only war I ever cared about.
I know a lot of people, the one thing they hate about sports, they have their one reason they do hate about sports is like very microwavable, and you don't really see a team build like you see other teams. So, um, this me is sort of like I feel like when you have something, I feel like you gotta. I feel like when you have something, you gotta let it grow a bit, right? So maybe it's not this year that they don't go nowhere, but the next year they're going to get better, and then like each year they're going to get better. Which is why, as a Bulls fan, I haven't fully given up on Billy Donovan. I just feel like we did need to get rid of. I was honest with you. I was like, look, we got to get rid of DeRozan and Levine. I'd have kept the Rosen. If we would have kept the Rosen, I'd have kept the Rosen. But if we had to get both of them, that's fine. I'm thinking we should get rid of Vucevic. That's fine too, because we got Bazelis. But I think they are going to get rid of Vucevic because we got Montes Bazelis, and he looked really good. And I'm saying this as a Bulls fan. So, but this ain't about the Bulls. This is about the Knicks, and the Knicks and the Pacers game. Now, like everybody else, I had the Knicks going to the finals. I thought the Knicks was going to be. It's not even that I felt like the Pacers wasn't a better team. I just thought the Knicks. I felt like they had this fire in you, and then they had the whole city behind them to where it was just like, oh, the Knicks could do some damage, and if the Knicks can really like get their act together, they can like go to the finals. I don't know if they're going to win it, but they can finally go to the finals, and I feel like that'd be good for TV, good for marketing, and all that other stuff. So you would like to see New York in it. So, the first game, game one, and I'm gonna tell you this. After game one, I think everything just like flipped on his head because the way the fourth quarter ended, and Halliburton made that game tying shot, and the fact that they were coming back in the first place, but that game tying shot, and which was almost a game winner if he didn't step on the line. I think that fucked up the Knicks. I think that fucked up the city too, but most likely it really, really fucked up the Knicks to where the Knicks was on the back foot. So I figured if they win Game 6 in Indiana, that they was going to win Game 7. I had a winner, but I was like, I don't know if y'all going to win by a lot or a little. I think y'all going to be very close. I did. It's like if I had to predict anything, it'd be a very close win. Pacers won. I was like, all right, I'm fucking. But I've been seeing this ever since, it's always this when like the Knicks lose. There's always a scapegoat, and the scapegoat is Tom Thibodeau. And I'm gonna tell you this as a Bulls fan that had Tom Thibodeau as a coach. I still feel like we are regretting that decision. Yes, he should he have taken Derrick Rose out when we was up against the Sixers and there was no need to be in the fourth quarter. Yes, I think we all know that. We all still cry about that. I think it's going to be forever because that was our year. I'm not gonna. I think we all Bulls fans know. Joakim Noah knows. Um, Derrick Rose knew that was our year. So when he fucking blew his shit out, I was fucking sad. Like it was a sad day. And I'm from DC, for the DMV, Maryland. I'm from Maryland, but been a Bulls fan my whole life. So, but even I know that I'm pretty sure the city of Chicago was fucking silent after that day because that was the Chicago home kid. Tom Thibodeau was kind of like to blame for that. But I also tell people like Tom Thibodeau is a double-edged sword because I feel like Tom Thibodeau could get you in the playoffs with um, a D League player, some high school players, and a WNBA All Star, and yet you will still make the playoffs. That's how much faith I have if a Thibodeau team like that. He will get you in the playoffs because you know why people play for Thibodeau. People play hard for Thibodeau. People play good for Thibodeau. It's like Thibodeau has a system where they play and they're winning. Like if you looked at Chicago years without Derrick Rose, Tom Thibodeau, motherfucking like he had nobody, and yet Joakim Noah stood up. To which Joakim Noah was like fifth in the MVP race that year. Most people don't understand that. So it's just, when he was defensive player of the year, I don't know if it was that year, but he was also fifth in the MVP race. They was actually chanting MVP for him. Like Joakim Noah was having a hell of a year. He stepped up. And then the next year, it was Jimmy Butler that stepped up. And, Jimmy Butler became the superstar that he is now. To me, that is the second decision. I was like, when we start letting Jimmy Butler go, I said, why the fuck are we letting Jimmy Butler go? I was mad at that as well. So, it's just like, so we just not going to have no, like, I'm the one that think, like, and I hated Fred Hoiberg as a coach. I thought he was a terrible fucking coach. But I was on the line and said if Wade, Butler, and Rondo had one more year together, I feel like we could have like at least had a good run because we had a good run in that series until Rondo got hurt, and then it was just like, fucking, we're losing because playoff Rondo. But that was after Thibodeau, so I ain't got nothing to that. But Thibodeau has made stars out of people that you like out of no names, in my opinion, or like he had people fight for him, like Todd Gibson. That's why Todd Gibson was with him all the fucking time. It was like he's a dependable player, and Todd Gibson was balling on the Bulls too. Like when Boozer was out, Todd Gibson would take over, and he would be definitely cleanup man. That's now. Obviously, the other thing is he plays players too much, but this is the first time I've ever heard the players complain about that. Because I remember they asked Butler about that. He said, well, I can't really complain about that because I was the one asking for more minutes. So now I can't. So he plays me like 40 because he was playing the fuck out of Jimmy Butler too. And it was just like, I can't. And Jimmy Butler was like, I really can't complain because I was the one asking for more minutes. He gave me more minutes. So what am I going to do? And like I said, we're winning. When Thibodeau came to New York, I said, they got a good fucking coach. And instantly, y'all went to the playoffs. And did y'all go to the second round? No, I think y'all lost in the first round. But and then like progressively, the next round, I think the next year, y'all got to the second round. And like did they lost to the Pacers too? It was the Pacers. Yeah, and they lost the Pacers, and it was a close game then, too. And also to the fact that y'all didn't even have Jalen Brunson nor Julius Randle. Like, all those people was out, and, like, he was still able to eke out some games. And, like, it showed you how hard they was doing it. Because that's Thibodeau, that's the Thibodeau thing. It's just like Thibodeau put this toughness and he put this aggressiveness and he really like puts a culture to a team that you're going to be winning games and then you're going to put some toughness in there. Karl Anthony Towns. Again, he was on there with Minnesota. They did go to the playoffs, but I felt like he became a better player here because of Thibodeau. Now, granted, he was in the Western Conference Final last year. They lost. He was in the Eastern Conference Final this year. They lost. But Karl Anthony Towns was balling. You can say he was balling. He was being aggressive. You know, he had some zesty moments. But other than that, I think that's just him playing. But he was looking good. Jalen Brunson was balling, averaging 30 a game in the playoffs. Like, Jalen Brunson was just balling. Like, there's no, like, if I was the Knicks, I would take this season as a W. Now, yes, y'all could have made the finals. But again, that's not Thibodeau's fault. That game one in fucking Pacers, you couldn't have predicted that. You couldn't have made that up. That was like some six-man shit with Marlon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison. Like, that was that type of shit. That was that type of fucking shot where it's just like it bounced And you was like, oh, this shit's going on. And then it goes in. I was like, and then it was just like, and then he's doing the whole Reggie Miller choking sign. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell he Burton? What the hell he Burry? Like I was saying this shit, but it was that I don't know that conference was weird, but I don't blame Thibodeau on that, and I feel like Thibodeau is going to be the scapegoat, and I see like even Jalen Brunson feels that way, but everybody's saying I see fans talking about about Thibodeau. I was like, y'all better not touch Thibodeau. If it's I'm saying this as a Bulls fan that was rooting for the Knicks to go to the finals because I love Thibodeau. It would be the worst mistake of y'all lives if y'all get rid of Thibodeau. Because Thibodeau goes to culture. And I don't think y'all going to make the playoffs next year. I am like guaranteeing you that if y'all get rid of y'all get rid of the fucking Thibodeau, y'all going to get rid of someone that brings a toughness and a culture to there because that's what Thibodeau brings. Again, I don't think it was Thibodeau's like. Cause Eric, I seen this all the time. You think they'll fire Thibodeau? I was like, Thibodeau was the reason y'all got there. The Knicks were a laughing stock before Thibodeau got there, and then now y'all want to get rid of him. And I think that's just a lot of people just hate it. Y'all got to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time in 25 years, and we're talking about getting rid of Thibodeau. No, you build on that. And if anything, y'all probably, and I don't know about your salary cap. Because I haven't looked at the Knicks salary cap. Y'all can bring an extra star. Hell, y'all could probably bring KD. Y'all can bring KD to the Knicks. Is anybody else thinking about that? If y'all bring KD to the Knicks, y'all should. I don't want to say y'all surefire away because you would have thought the Suns would have been, but that's too many offensive players. I've said this. This is just like. If y'all want to know why Steph's team works, and like it's not because they have so many offensive players, but they also play defense. Like think about your big three in Boston. They all can score. They all can really score, but they also can play defense. So and especially Kevin Garnett, he'd be the anchor on the defense. Like Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, they can store it. And Rondo, you got Rondo at point guard, and he's like an offensive. He's a point guard genius, and he could two-way player, one of the great two-way players. And then you think of the big three, LeBron, Wade, Bosh. They didn't win a lot, but a lot of this stuff, Bosh was doing a lot of the. Grunt work, and a lot of people didn't see that. I think a lot of people won't appreciate Bosh until he's long and gone. And I hate saying that because Bosh was actually a good player. Like Bosh is one of those. He was giving you 30 and 10 on the Raptors, and people don't forget about that. It was like Bosh wasn't a bum. He was nowhere near a bum. If anything, like if you forgot Bosh was on the table, he would light you the fuck up. What's the next? Now the big three. KD, Harden, and Kyrie. I said offensively that works, but defensively, who's going to play defense? Now, I don't know how much KD plays defense, but I've never seen Kyrie guard nobody, nor have I seen James Harden guard nobody. And then, so it's like that whole thing was outscoring people. And that's the only way they're going to win is going to outscore the people. Which reminds me of the D'Antoni offense. It was just like trying to outscore people. And I do not like that type of offense because it never works. That's why I don't like Mike D'Antoni as a coach. That's it. One of my favorite memories, it was just like, because when the Rockets, I think when they got rid of Kevin McHale, that's when they got Mike D'Antoni. It was like, you need to get better on defense. How do we get better on defense? You hired Mike D'Antoni. You mean the guy that all promotes offense and doesn't really care about defense? That's a great fucking look. And look what they fucking turned out. They couldn't even get past fucking Steph Curry. And yeah, now you're thinking of the Golden State Warriors team. They play defense. Clay was a two-way player. Steph is not the greatest defensive guy, but he does get steals. And then you got Draymond. Draymond's the anchor of that defense. I said, if you want to have a solid big three or a solid fundamental team, somebody has to be the anchor of your defense. KG. LeBron was in his prime, so I guess you could say LeBron. Um, that Warriors team, Draymond. The big three was Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan. Duncan, obviously, best power forward in the game, probably the greatest power forward ever. Like, he puts his hat on both offense and defense. Like, what else? The Pistons team, obviously, that was just a defensively sound team. You had Ben Wallace at the center, but yeah, it's like, and of course the Bulls with Rodman. Robin didn't need to score. You got Jordan. You had Pippen. Yeah. Matter of fact, all three of them play defense. All three of them can play defense. Lock you up too. So like, but back to Thibodeau. Before I get sidetracked, losing. I think if anything, y'all should be congratulating the Knicks or at least getting this far, having the first finals and even winning Game 5 in New York too. Like because like let's just say when I was at work, I saw nothing but and I live like I said, I live in DC. I saw nothing but about the Knicks fans, and I was like, Knicks is going to win tonight, and I was like, it was like I'm gonna go a little anime here, but it was just like Goku getting the spirit bomb, and the Knicks was like, lend me your energy, and New York answered, and the spirit bomb was a big ass Timberland boot. So, but you cannot fire Thibodeau. I don't think none of that what happened in the playoffs was Thibodeau's fault. And even then, like in the last couple of days, Thibodeau did adjust. Fucking Carl Anthony Towns kept giving in the foul trouble. So did Jalen Brunson, to the point where like they was like, hey, attack Brunson because he was like especially in game one, they was like, I'm going to attack Brunson because you're in foul trouble, and if you foul, they're going either you're gonna let me go or you're just gonna foul out. So like half the times, Jalen Brunson had to let him foul out because we know that like the points was coming between him or Big or Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, and so it's best to have both of them. I think, but as far as the Knicks go, y'all have a solid team. I feel like y'all can build and just be better. And that's what I'm looking at. This is just build and just be better. Just get some bench players where it's just like, oh, these could. If you think they need one more superstar, and if you get a superstar without having to give up much, do that. Do it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like if KD wants to, I'm telling you, like right now, I'm pretty sure. I think KD's a free agent, or if any one of them people's a free agent, you can convince them to come to the Knicks without giving up people. Oh yeah, you got yourself a player. And then like yeah, does I've been said Tom Thibodeau needs to, dig into his bench more. Like you can't just be playing 8 players all the fucking time. And like there's times where like other players need to fucking play. But at the same time, you can Tom Thibodeau is the reason why they got there. Tom Thibodeau changed the culture. Tom Thibodeau will make you play. At least you can say that as a player. If Tom Thibodeau lets you play, you know you're going to be out there, and you're going to play. That's why I think Melo didn't go to the Bulls. I was like, y'all don't think he went to the Bulls for the money? No, because he knew that he was going to play some defense. It was like play. Now Melo can play deep, but he plays when he wants to. But he's not like he doesn't hold his hat on defense like a Jimmy Butler would. So that's why I think like he never went to the Bulls. But yeah, but I'm saying this as a Bulls fan, and I still to this day wish we never let Thibodeau go. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with Billy Donovan. I don't think Billy Donovan had the squad that he wants. And tell you the truth, I was never sold on Zach LaVine. I mean, yeah, the nigga could ball, but it was just like I don't think he could win, which is saying a lot. But that's just me being a Bulls fan. It kind of proves it because they went to Sacramento and stunk it up. Bulls. The problem is we need to get out the fucking play-in tournament. We got a young core. We got something we could build, and I think Billy Donovan could handle that. It's not the coaching, but yeah, it's the same thing with New York. It's not the coaching that's the problem. It's just y'all lost. It's like I don't. If anything, I'm like I hate when people do this when you lose. It's like who's to blame? It's like I don't think this is one of those blame game things. It's just like hey, we had the team. We thought we could make it. It didn't happen. The better team won. It's just one of those things where it's just like the better team won because I feel like they wouldn't say this if Boston was still healthy and Boston beat motherfucking the Knicks. They wouldn't say fire Thibodeau. They would say no, the better team won. Boston was a better team. I feel like Indiana was just. I feel like Indiana the same way. Even though I thought Knicks was a better team, it's just like the ball wasn't falling for him. When that dude, was it Shrimmer, when he hit like 5 threes in a row, I was like, "Is somebody better guard him?" And then there was times that Lee Halliburton, I was just like, "Somebody better guard him too." Like I tell people, coaches can't play or coaches can't be on the floor. Somebody got to play defense. I don't know for some reason, like, and that was a defensive squad, but they was letting some open shots go, and they was hitting them. After a while, I'd have been like, and also, yeah, the way they was motherfucking, they was giving Jalen Brunson to work on defense. I'm not even gonna hold you, like Jalen Brunson, he was trying to do some Tony Parker type of dribbling where he's just bounce, where he's just dribble until you can find an opening or some shit like that. They were shutting that down too. So there was a lot of things I feel like in that series it taught you a lot. But I feel like if next year if they had the same team or if they have a little bit of adjustments, they could get to the finals. New York, I think New York, y'all could celebrate this team and y'all could celebrate this season. Um, I think if you're a Knicks fan, I will feel satisfied. I'm not gonna say you overachieved. Y'all didn't. Y'all beat the Celtics. Y'all beat the defending champions. So, like I said, I wouldn't hang my hat low. If anything, it was like I would say, yo, we had a bomb season, and it's all because of Tom Thibodeau. So, if you feel like the way I feel, like, cause this is not no stats, cause I don't have no stats to back it up. But all I'm gonna say is like, if you get rid of Tom Thibodeau, I don't think y'all gonna make the playoffs next year. And that's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oski on Fly. And I'm out. Peace.